So y'all treating me like if I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not. But I'm the one that I am one of those persons that means it when he says it.
Did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
No, I didn't think that. I'm just.
If you have that kind of attitude and you go into it.
Have attitude, Judge, is just.
Tell me.
It's a conversation.
No, but Nathan, I want him.
Like I'm just a hardened criminal. All I did was I was young. I made a mistake. I was 20. I made a mistake. I was drinking.
Please do not admit to committing the offenses. We actually haven't been found guilty yet.
See, but I didn't assault nobody. But I understand.
Guilty to assaulting.
But I understand.
How can I take your agreement?
At the same time, I don't like this conversation. We're walking away, and we're going to have a later court date. So you go over here.
This guy walked into court for a DUI and assault charge. He was supposed to plead guilty, but at the last second, he changed his mind and tried to talk his way out of it. Right there in front of the judge, he suddenly said, "I'm not guilty." You could see his lawyer behind him just rubbing his face, like he already knew this was about to get bad. Honestly, I've seen some wild courtroom moments, but this one was up there, and the way it ended actually surprised me. So stick around because it's shocking. Also, if you were the judge and someone backed out a plea deal like this, what would you do? Let's see how this plays out. Music.
Driving while intoxicated, you're also charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year on the assault case and or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. What have you guys worked out?
So for he's pleading time served on the DWI, 13 months deferred on the assault conditions.
Okay. This is how you understand this agreement.
I'm sorry.
You have two agreements on both of your cases. On the DWI, they've offered you 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 days that you've done. But you need to understand that that charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. So this time served, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. Anytime you get pulled over, an officer's going to look at your record, they're going to see this. What do you think they're going to do if you smell like alcohol or dope? Right. I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would not get into a car because it is a humongous risk. As far as the assault of a family member is concerned, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 13-month deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You must understand, though, that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, even if you successfully complete the deferred, you will be looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You can also never own a gun or ammunition as well. You will be signing this other piece of paper here, which is a written admonition that you are ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. What you need to understand, it's firearm is a very loose term, so you need to understand, if you don't understand what a firearm is or what a weapon is, you need to talk to a lawyer because that's one of the conditions. Do you understand? When you pick up criminal cases, there are a lot of collateral consequences, as you now see. It can impact you in ways that you never, ever see. That's why you need to strive to never pick up any kind of cases. And when you pick up multiple successive cases, it kills you. And now you're ending up with these things, with both of these. Anytime you come into a contact with an officer and they look at your record, you think that you'll get the benefit of the doubt. Be careful. That's all I'm going to tell you is be careful. Now, part of the agreement on the deferred, you need to also understand you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into this agreement. If you fail to live up to the terms of this agreement, we will issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail, and now you're looking at an entire year that you authorize to put you in custody if you violate this. Do you understand? For you to complete this successfully, you have to do a Batters Intervention Prevention Program, what's called a BIP class. This is a 15-week, I'm sorry, it's 18, right? 18-week class that you have to go to one time a week for 8. You don't have to do this. You can set your cases for trial if you don't want to do this. Well, look, if you have that kind of attitude and you go into it,
Have an attitude, Judge, is just, I mean, I understand, I messed up. I messed up. It's no one's fault but mine. I understand that, but y'all really treated me like I'm constantly getting in trouble for it. I'm not. I mean, I understand. I got a DUI and I ended up catching another.
criminal court, did you think this was going to be rainbows and gumdrops?
No, I didn't think that.
As soon as the judge said he had to show up once a week for 18 weeks, the guy started shaking his head like a teenager being told to do chores. Judge Fletcher has seen it all. He spotted that bad attitude immediately, and showing up to court wearing a Nike hoodie while you might be facing a year in jail, that's already a bad look. If you're already complaining about going to classes, you're basically telling the judge, just send me to jail. This type of person shows up all the time, thinking they can talk their way out of trouble instead of taking responsibility. But that never works. If you think this guy just made things worse for himself, hit that like button, because this is what happens when ego gets in the way. Then the judge tries to explain it to him. If you think it's tough now, wait until you're out in the real world with even more charges on your record. Life only gets harder. The guy argues back, saying, I haven't been in trouble since 2020. I was young. I made a mistake. I was drinking. It was just one bad night. But the judge keeps it real. You can't plead guilty and say you didn't do it at the same time. If you're not guilty, we go to trial. That's how it works. His lawyer jumps in, trying to lay the case, but the judge isn't buying it. This case has been open for over 500 days. You're either guilty or not guilty. We don't play games here. Then the judge explains how serious the charges are, how another assault or DUI can mean years behind bars, and how these penalties are automatic. The defendant doesn't like how the judge talks to him, but the judge stays calm. His lawyer finally ends and asks to reset the case so they can talk later. And that's how fast things can change in court. One bad attitude, one argument, and the whole case goes downhill. The justice system actually gives people chances. But when someone starts talking back or acting like they know better, judges lose patience real quick. You could tell the judge wanted to help this guy out. But once he started arguing, that chance was gone. It's crazy how some people still think they can outsmart the system. The law listens, but it's not dumb. So what do you think? Did the judge handle it the right way? Or should he have been tougher? Make sure to like and subscribe for part 2 of this case.